Scarcity is the cornerstone of economics. It is the fundamental problem that gives rise to the study of economics. It means there are limited resources to meet unlimited wants. This imbalance forces us to make decisions about how to allocate resources efficiently. Because of scarcity, people must make choices about how to use resources. These choices impact our daily lives, from budgeting at home to planning for the future. This is where opportunity cost comes in. It represents the benefits you miss out on when choosing one option over another. Opportunity cost is the value of the next best alternative you give up when you make a choice. It is a crucial concept in understanding the trade-offs we face. For example, imagine you have $10. This limited amount forces you to make a decision. You can either buy a book or a meal. Each choice has its own set of benefits and costs. If you choose the book, the opportunity cost is the meal you didn't buy. This simple example illustrates a fundamental economic principle. This helps people and businesses make informed decisions. By understanding opportunity costs, they can better evaluate their options. They weigh the benefits of one option against the cost of foregoing another. Scarcity affects everyone, from individuals to large organizations. It forces individuals to prioritize their needs and wants. Governments also face scarcity and must make tough decisions. They must decide how to allocate resources for healthcare, education, and defense. These decisions impact the well-being of society. Businesses deal with scarcity by deciding how to use limited materials and labor. They must optimize their resources to stay competitive. Understanding scarcity and opportunity cost helps us make better choices. It encourages us to think critically about our options. It teaches us to value what we have and to think carefully about what we give up. This mindset is essential for financial stability. These concepts are essential in both personal finance and broader economic policies. They form the foundation of economic thinking and decision-making. Supply and demand are the fundamental forces that drive market economies, influencing every aspect of the market. The law of demand states that, all else equal, as the price of a good decreases, the quantity demanded by consumers increases significantly. Conversely, as the price of a good or service increases, the quantity demanded by consumers decreases. This is why sales and discounts are effective strategies to attract more buyers and boost sales. On the other hand, the law of supply states that as the price of a good increases, the quantity supplied by producers also increases. Producers are willing to supply more at higher prices to maximize their profits and cover production costs. When prices fall, producers supply less because the profit margins are reduced. This interaction between supply and demand determines the market price and quantity of goods sold, reaching an equilibrium. For example, consider the dynamic market for smartphones. If a new model is released at a high price, only a few people might buy it initially due to the high cost. As prices drop over time, more people can afford it, leading to an increase in demand. Meanwhile, manufacturers will produce more units if they can sell them at higher prices, ensuring profitability. Understanding the principles of supply and demand helps consumers and businesses make better, more informed decisions. It explains why prices fluctuate and how markets adjust to changes in supply and demand. This knowledge is crucial for making informed purchases and for businesses planning their production and pricing strategies effectively. Marginal analysis examines the benefits and costs of one more or one less unit of something. It's a method used to make optimal decisions. For instance, a student deciding whether to study an extra hour will weigh the marginal benefit, better grades, against the marginal cost, less free time. Businesses also use marginal analysis. A manufacturer might consider producing one more unit of a product. They will compare the additional revenue from selling that unit, marginal revenue, with the additional cost of producing it, marginal cost. If the marginal revenue exceeds the marginal cost, it's a good decision. Marginal analysis applies to various fields. For example, in healthcare, a hospital might decide whether to add another doctor to the staff. They will consider the additional patients treated and revenue generated against the salary and costs of the new doctor. This principle helps in making efficient choices. It ensures resources are used where they provide the most benefit. Understanding marginal analysis can improve decision-making in everyday life and in business strategies. Section 4. The power of incentives. Motivating behavior. Incentives are rewards or penalties that influence behavior. Positive incentives encourage actions by offering rewards, while negative incentives discourage actions by imposing costs. For example, a company might offer bonuses to employees who meet sales targets. This motivates employees to work harder. Governments also use incentives. Tax breaks for businesses that invest in renewable energy encourage environmentally friendly practices. On the other hand, fines for pollution discourage harmful activities. Incentives shape behavior by making certain choices more attractive or costly. Incentives are everywhere. Stores use discounts and loyalty programs to attract customers. Schools might reward good grades with prizes. Even social recognition can be an incentive. Understanding incentives helps us see why people and businesses behave the way they do. Recognizing the role of incentives can improve policymaking and business strategies. It helps in designing systems that encourage desired behaviors and discourage harmful ones. This principle is key to understanding human motivation and economic outcomes. Section 5. Trade and comparative advantage. Mutual benefits. Trade allows countries and businesses to specialize in what they do best, leading to increased efficiency and productivity. Comparative advantage is the ability to produce a good at a lower opportunity cost than others, making it a key concept in economics. This means even if one country is less efficient in producing all goods, it can still benefit from trade by focusing on what it produces most efficiently, thereby maximizing its resources. For example, imagine two countries, A and B, engaging in trade. Country A can produce both cars and wheat more efficiently than country B, but it has a greater advantage in producing cars. Therefore, country A should focus on car production, where its efficiency is highest. Country B, although less efficient overall, has a smaller disadvantage in producing wheat, making it sensible for them to specialize in wheat production. By trading, both countries can get more of both goods than if they tried to produce everything themselves, leading to mutual benefits. Businesses also benefit from trade by leveraging comparative advantages. For instance, a tech company might outsource manufacturing to a country with lower labor costs, optimizing their operations. This allows the company to focus on research and development, where it has a comparative advantage, driving innovation and growth. Consumers benefit from lower prices and more variety, enhancing their purchasing power and quality of life. Understanding trade and comparative advantage highlights the benefits of cooperation and interdependence among nations. It shows how specialization and exchange can lead to greater efficiency, wealth, and economic growth. This principle is fundamental in global economics and business strategies, shaping the way countries and companies operate in the international market. Section 6. Market efficiency and failures. The role of government. Market efficiency occurs when resources are allocated in a way that maximizes total benefit. In efficient markets, goods and services are produced at the lowest cost and consumed by those who value them most. However, markets can fail. Market failures occur when the market does not allocate resources efficiently. Examples of market failures include externalities and public goods. Pollution is a negative externality, where the cost is not borne by the producer, but by society. Public goods like national defense are non-excludable and non-rivalrous, meaning one person's use doesn't reduce availability to others. These issues require government intervention. Governments can address market failures through regulations and policies. For instance, taxing polluters can reduce pollution. Providing public goods like education and infrastructure can improve societal welfare. These interventions aim to correct inefficiencies and promote equity. Understanding market efficiency and failures helps in designing better policies. It shows the importance of government in correcting market imperfections. This principle is crucial for creating a balanced and fair economy. Section 7. Connecting the dots. The impact of economic principles. Economic principles guide everyday decisions and shape the broader economy. Scarcity and opportunity cost teach us to make informed choices. Supply and demand explain market dynamics and price fluctuations. Marginal analysis helps in making optimal decisions at the margin. Incentives influence behavior by making certain choices more attractive. Trade and comparative advantage show the benefits of specialization and exchange. Market efficiency and failures highlight the role of government in correcting market imperfections. These principles are interconnected. Understanding them helps individuals make better financial decisions, businesses optimize operations, and governments design effective policies. They provide a framework for analyzing economic issues and finding solutions. By applying these principles, we can improve our personal finances, business strategies, and public policies. They are essential tools for navigating the complexities of the economy and achieving better outcomes for society.